Hey guys, welcome back to another Moy Style video. Today I'm going to show you a few tips on how to hit slower pitching. Here we go. Hey, that's what the money is. Alright, so now the first thing we got to keep in mind is the speed of the load. If we tend to load way too fast, the tendency is to jump way out there. We got to be able to slow our load down when we move to center, okay? So when he gets in stance, when he's loading, we gotta slow everything down until we get to center, okay? If we try to go way too fast, the tendency is to jump way out in front. And the other thing is, if we try to sit back way too long, we tend to get impatient, and again, we're gonna jump way out in front. So we gotta slow down our load, plus we gotta be able to start loading a lot later with a slower pitcher, not sit back for too long. All right, so now the first drill we're gonna do, we're gonna use either baseballs or smush balls or softballs for the younger ones, and then baseballs for the older kids. So the reason why I'm doing this is because I want them to work on learning how to trust loading later and know you can be on time. The tendency is to load later and then end up rushing because we don't trust that we can catch up to it. So I'm gonna get up in front of him, and I'm gonna set up the camera on this side so you guys can see it. I'm gonna toss the ball to him, and I want him to just work on loading slow on the control and then catching the ball out there, but not losing the speed of the load. Here we go.
All right, so the main thing in this drill is to make sure we're not just working on crushing the ball. We're really just trying to work on visualizing that ball traveling all the way and trusting loading later and know we can be on time.
All right, so now we're gonna do some front toss. So with the front toss, I'm gonna toss it as slow as I possibly can because I want him to start learning how to load later and not let his load rush on the way forward.
All right, so when I'm doing front toss here, I'm really putting a little bit of arc on the ball to really force him to slow down and really trust loading later and not just sit back and try to wait on it. I want him to keep one foot of motion all the way to center. Even if he's slightly behind, I just want him to see how far back he can catch up on.
All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and throw it over the top. But again, I'm gonna throw it real slow for him to really slow down his load and trust that he can be on time. If he can hit it this slow here in practice, in the game is definitely gonna be a lot faster. And the tendency in the game is to load a little bit faster than what you do in practice.
All right, so when I'm throwing BP, I'm doing the same thing as if I was doing front toss, putting a lot of arc on the ball, just to really force him to slow down, but also for him to figure out when to get ready. Because sometimes, like I said previously, we tend to get loaded later, but we end up rushing at the last second because we don't trust it. Like right here, you can see that he's super late, but it's okay because you want him to let that ball travel as far back as he can.
Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. When you're working on facing slow pitching, you gotta make sure you challenge yourself. Don't get in a rush, because if you rush it in practice, you're gonna be a lot faster in the game. You gotta learn how to work on trusting loading a lot later and know you can be on time. You can go as slow as you can, your coach, your teammate, whoever's tossing the ball to you, make sure they go pretty slow so you can force you to really slow down. If you can really slow down in practice, you'll definitely be able to control it in the game. If you wanna watch more videos like this, subscribe, give it a thumbs up, and remember, keep it Moy Style. Hey guys, if you're interested in team camps, like infield camps around the nation, just shoot me a text at 251-509-3815. And if you're in the Oklahoma area and you're interested in private lesson or group lessons, contact me at the same number. Keep it Moy Style.